The Zorvax Medical Academy was the finest in the galaxy, attracting the brightest minds from various planets. Today, a group of alien medical students gathered in the Grand Hall for a special lecture. The topic, human longevity. Professor Xylora, a respected figure with her silver-scaled skin and sharp, analytical eyes, addressed the eager students. Today, we explore the remarkable history of human lifespans and their secrets to longevity. The students leaned forward, their curiosity piqued. Humans were a peculiar species, known for their resilience and ingenuity. But their lifespans varied greatly, with some ancient humans living only a few decades while others lived over a century. Professor Xylora continued, "You will be divided into groups to investigate different aspects of human longevity. Each group will present their findings and, hopefully, uncover secrets that could benefit our own medical advancements." Among the students was Larn, a young Zorvex with emerald green scales and a keen interest in ancient remedies. His group was assigned to investigate herbal medicine and its impact on human health. With a mix of excitement and determination, they began their research in the Academy's vast digital archives, sifting through centuries of human knowledge. Larn's group discovered that ancient humans used a variety of herbs for healing. Plants like ginseng, known for boosting energy and longevity, and garlic, which had antibacterial properties, fascinated them. They marveled at the simplicity and potency of these natural remedies. How could something as simple as a root or bulb have such profound effects on human health? The group decided to simulate the use of these herbs in their state-of-the-art lab. They recreated human conditions with meticulous detail, using advanced holographic technology. Their lab was equipped with holographic human models that could simulate the physiological responses of real humans. With great care, they administered the herbs to the holographic models, monitoring the results closely. To their amazement, the models showed significant improvements in health and vitality. Ginseng increased energy levels and improved immune responses, while garlic reduced infections and promoted heart health. The results were both fascinating and baffling. Excited by their findings, Larn and his friends dug deeper. They read about legendary figures who used these herbs, like Shen Nong, the ancient Chinese emperor known as the Divine Farmer, who was said to have discovered the healing properties of hundreds of plants. They were captivated by the stories of ancient healers who had dedicated their lives to understanding and harnessing the power of nature. The students even attempted to trace the historical development of herbal medicine, uncovering ancient texts and records that detailed the use of plants in traditional healing practices across various cultures. They were particularly intrigued by the meticulous documentation of these remedies and the deep respect ancient humans had for nature's bounty. Meanwhile, another group was investigating modern medical breakthroughs. They found that humans had made incredible strides in medicine, particularly in the 20th and 21st centuries. Advances in vaccines, antibiotics, and surgical techniques had dramatically increased human lifespans. The rapid pace of medical innovation during these centuries was astounding. One discovery that stood out was the development of gene therapy. This technique allowed doctors to correct genetic defects, effectively curing previously incurable diseases. The students were awestruck by the ingenuity and perseverance of human scientists. The ability to manipulate genes and cure genetic disorders seemed like science fiction, yet humans had made it a reality. However, as the groups compared notes, they noticed inconsistencies. Some ancient remedies seemed almost magical in their effectiveness, while some modern techniques had severe side effects. The students realized that understanding human longevity required a holistic approach, combining ancient wisdom with modern science. Larn's group decided to focus on one legendary remedy, the elixir of life, a mythical potion said to grant immortality. They found references to it in multiple cultures, from the philosopher's stone in Western alchemy to the Amrita in Hindu mythology. But there were no records of anyone actually finding or using it. The students were both excited and skeptical. Could there be some truth to these legends? They knew they had to dig deeper, but the more they searched, the more mysterious it became. The elixir of life seemed to be a recurring theme in human history, but always just out of reach. As the first part of their journey concluded, Larn and his friends realized they were on the brink of an incredible discovery. They had learned much about human resilience and adaptability, but there was still so much to uncover. The mystery of human longevity was deeper and more complex than they had ever imagined. The excitement in the air was palpable. The students knew they were about to embark on a journey that could change not only their understanding of human history, but also the future of medicine for their own species. The more Larn and his group delved into human history, the more they realized that the quest for longevity was a universal theme. They uncovered ancient manuscripts, medical journals, and personal diaries of explorers and healers who dedicated their lives to uncovering the secrets of long life. Each document added a new piece to the puzzle. One evening, while scanning through an old, nearly forgotten archive, Larn found an intriguing reference to a lost civilization, the Agarthans. This ancient society was rumored to possess advanced knowledge of herbal medicine and longevity. Legends spoke of their hidden city, located deep within the earth, where they lived in harmony with nature and had lifespans far exceeding those of other humans. "Larn, you have to see this," he called out to his group, his voice trembling with excitement. The other students gathered around, eyes wide with curiosity. If these Agarthans really existed, Larn continued, their knowledge could be the key to understanding human longevity. "We need to find more about them." The team worked tirelessly, piecing together fragments of information from various sources. They found references to Agarthan herbs with extraordinary properties, rituals that promoted health and well-being, and a philosophy that emphasized balance between the mind, body, and environment. Determined to learn more, the group decided to create a simulation of the Agarthan lifestyle. They replicated the environment described in the texts, complete with specific plants, minerals, and even the ambient sounds that were said to contribute to the Agathans' well-being. In their advanced holographic lab, the students recreated the Agarthan city. They simulated the use of Agarthan herbs, practicing the rituals and consuming the plants in precise ways described in the ancient documents. The results were astonishing. The holographic human models not only showed improved physical health, but also remarkable mental clarity and emotional stability. "We're on to something big," said Drawl, one of Larn's closest friends and a talented researcher. "These results are far beyond what we've seen with other ancient remedies." There's something unique about the Agarthan approach. However, their excitement was tempered by caution. Not all the texts were clear, and some contained warnings about the misuse of Agarthan knowledge. There were mentions of a balance that must be maintained, or else the remedies could become harmful. As they prepared their findings for presentation, a new mystery emerged. Hidden within the ancient manuscripts were coded messages that seemed to be left by the Agathans themselves. These codes hinted at a deeper understanding of life and longevity, suggesting that the true secret was not just in the herbs or rituals, but in a philosophy that integrated all aspects of existence. Intrigued, the group decided to decode these messages. They used advanced algorithms to break the codes, revealing a series of complex patterns and philosophies. The Agathans believed in a concept called life harmony, which combined physical health, mental well-being, and a deep connection with nature. This holistic approach was the cornerstone of their longevity. As the students immersed themselves in the Agarthan philosophy, they began to question their own medical practices. Could the advanced technology of the Zorvax benefit from such ancient wisdom? The prospect was both exciting and daunting. Larn, in particular, found himself deeply moved by the Agarthan teachings. He began to see the parallels between their philosophy and some of the more holistic approaches to medicine in human history. The idea that true health could not be achieved without balance resonated with him on a personal level. But just as the group was about to present their groundbreaking findings, they encountered a major setback. A critical piece of the puzzle was missing. The final codex, which supposedly contained the complete knowledge of the Agarthan elixir, was nowhere to be found. The ancient text spoke of it being hidden away to prevent misuse, but its location remained a mystery. Undeterred, Larn and his friends vowed to continue their search. They were convinced that the secret of human longevity was within their grasp, and they were determined to uncover it, no matter the challenges. Their journey was far from over, and the stakes were higher than ever. The excitement, coupled with the frustration of the missing codex, kept the students on edge. They knew that the next steps would be crucial in their quest to unlock the mysteries of human longevity, and they were ready to face whatever came their way. The missing codex consumed the thoughts of Larn and his group. The more they searched, the more elusive it seemed. Their determination grew stronger with each passing day, knowing that this final piece could hold the key to revolutionizing medicine. Before continuing the story, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Larn, Drawl, and the rest of the team spent long hours in the Academy's archives, scanning through countless documents and ancient maps. One night, as the group pored over a particularly old and brittle manuscript, Larn's eyes caught a faint, almost invisible inscription. "Look here," he said, pointing to the barely legible text. The inscription hinted at a hidden chamber beneath an ancient human temple, rumored to be the final resting place of the codex. The group felt a surge of excitement. This was their first real lead in weeks. With Professor Xylora's approval, they set off for Earth, which had become a deserted planet after humans had moved to other parts of the galaxy. Their journey to Earth was filled with anticipation. They landed in what was once known as the Himalayas, a region famous for its ancient temples. The temple they sought was buried under layers of ice and snow, untouched for centuries. Using advanced excavation tools, they uncovered the entrance to the temple. The air was thick with mystery as they descended into the dark, cold corridors. Larn led the way, his heart pounding with every step. Deep within the temple, they found a chamber covered in intricate carvings and filled with ancient artifacts. At the center was a stone pedestal with a sealed box resting on top. The box was adorned with symbols that matched the descriptions from their texts. "This must be it," Larn whispered, his voice echoing in the silent chamber. Carefully, they opened the box, revealing an ancient scroll wrapped in protective cloth. It was the missing codex. As they unrolled the scroll, they found it covered in strange symbols and diagrams. The codex was a complex mix of herbal recipes, meditative practices, and philosophical teachings. The students knew they had to decode it carefully to avoid misinterpretation. Back at the Zorvax Medical Academy, the team began the painstaking process of translating the codex. The more they translated, the more they realized the depth of the agarthan knowledge. The codex described a holistic approach to longevity that integrated body, mind, and spirit in ways far more advanced than they had imagined. One section of the codex detailed the preparation of the elusive elixir of life. It described rare herbs and minerals, precise timings for harvest, and specific rituals that had to be performed. The complexity was daunting, but the potential rewards were immense. As they worked, they encountered a profound ethical dilemma. The codex warned of the dangers of using the elixir irresponsibly. It emphasized that the pursuit of longevity should never come at the expense of natural balance or moral integrity. Drawl voiced the group's concerns. "If we misuse this knowledge, we could cause more harm than good. We need to ensure that any application of this elixir respects the natural order and the agarthan philosophy." Larn nodded, his respect for the agarthans deepening. "We must approach this with the utmost caution. This isn't just about extending life. It's about enhancing the quality of life in harmony with nature." With renewed purpose, the students decided to test the elixir on their holographic models first. They gathered the required herbs and minerals, carefully following the codex's instructions. The process was intricate, requiring precise measurements and specific rituals at each stage. When the elixir was finally prepared, they administered it to the holographic models. The results were astonishing. The models showed not only increased longevity, but also enhanced physical and mental health. It was as if they had unlocked a new level of human potential. However, the students knew their work was far from over. They needed to understand the full implications of the elixir and ensure it could be used safely and ethically. The excitement of their discovery was tempered by the weight of responsibility. As they continued their research, they became increasingly aware of the delicate balance they needed to maintain. The agarthan teachings emphasized that true longevity could only be achieved through a harmonious relationship with the environment and a deep understanding of one's own nature. Their journey had taken them from the ancient past to the cutting edge of modern science, and they were determined to honor the wisdom of both. The mystery of human longevity was unraveling before them, but they knew that their greatest challenge still lay ahead, integrating this profound knowledge into their own medical practices without losing sight of the ethical principles that had guided them so far. With the elixir successfully tested on holographic models, Larn and his team felt both triumphant and cautious. They had achieved a significant breakthrough, but the real test was yet to come. Could the elixir be safely used on living beings? Back in the Zorvax Medical Academy, the students presented their findings to Professor Xylora. The professor was impressed, but shared their concerns about the ethical implications. "This elixir holds incredible potential," Professor Xylora said, her silver scales glistening under the lab lights. "But we must proceed with caution. The Agathan teachings remind us that true longevity is about balance, not just extending life." The students decided to conduct further tests, this time using biological samples from various species, including their own. They needed to ensure the elixir's effects were consistent and safe across different biological makeups. As they began their tests, they faced an unexpected challenge. The elixir's effectiveness varied significantly among different species. While some showed remarkable improvements in health and longevity, others experienced severe side effects. Drawl, always the voice of reason, suggested they look deeper into the Agathan philosophy. We might be missing a crucial part of their teachings. The balance they spoke of might be more intricate than we realized, Larn agreed. We need to understand not just the ingredients and the rituals, but the entire lifestyle and mindset that accompanied the use of the elixir. The team returned to the codex and other Agathan texts, seeking clues. They discovered detailed descriptions of daily practices, mental exercises, and dietary habits that were integral to the Agathan way of life. It became clear that the elixir was just one component of a broader system aimed at achieving harmony between body, mind, and environment. Inspired by these insights, the students decided to create a comprehensive simulation of the Agathan lifestyle. They incorporated the elixir, dietary practices, meditation, and physical exercises into their holographic models. The results were astonishing. The models showed even greater improvements in health and longevity without the severe side effects previously observed. But the success brought a new challenge. The students realized that simply replicating the elixir wasn't enough. The entire Agathan lifestyle needed to be adopted to achieve the desired effects. This posed a significant ethical dilemma. Could they ask individuals to change their entire way of life for the sake of longevity? As they debated, an urgent message arrived from the Galactic Health Council. A mysterious illness was spreading rapidly on a nearby planet, causing widespread panic. The council had heard of the students' research and requested their immediate assistance. Larn and his team knew this was their chance to test the elixir in a real-world scenario. They traveled to the afflicted planet, armed with their knowledge and the precious elixir. The planet, once vibrant and full of life, was now shrouded in a gloomy atmosphere as the illness took its toll on the population. Upon arrival, they met with the local medical authorities and quickly assessed the situation. The illness was unlike anything they had seen before, resistant to conventional treatments and spreading at an alarming rate. With the permission of the local authorities, Larn's team began administering the elixir to the most critical patients. They also implemented parts of the Agathan lifestyle, encouraging patients to engage in meditation and dietary changes as much as their conditions allowed. To their relief and amazement, the patients responded positively. Their health improved rapidly, and the spread of the illness slowed. The elixir, combined with the holistic approach, proved to be a powerful remedy. However, not everyone was willing to accept the changes. Some patients and their families resisted the lifestyle modifications, viewing them as unnecessary or burdensome. This resistance highlighted the ethical complexities the students had feared. As the crisis on the planet subsided, Larn and his team returned to the academy with a newfound understanding of their responsibilities. The power of the elixir and the Agathan teachings were undeniable, But they also realized that imposing such changes on others was not always feasible or ethical. Professor Xylora gathered the students for a debriefing. "You have made incredible strides," she said. "But remember, true longevity and health come from more than just a potion. It's a way of life, a balance that must be respected." Larn nodded, understanding the weight of her words. The journey had taught them that the secrets of human longevity were not just about extending life, but enriching it through harmony and balance. As they prepared for the final steps of their research, they knew they had to find a way to honor the agarthan wisdom while respecting the autonomy and diversity of all species. The stage was set for the final part of their journey, where they would face the ultimate challenge, integrating their discoveries into a cohesive, ethical medical practice that could benefit their entire galaxy. Back at the Zorvax Medical Academy, the weight of their discoveries hung heavy on Larn and his team. They had unlocked incredible secrets about human longevity, but now they faced the ultimate challenge, integrating these discoveries into a practical, ethical medical practice that respected the diversity and autonomy of all species. Professor Xylora called a meeting with the Galactic Health Council to discuss the implications of their findings. Representatives from various planets attended, eager to learn about the potential benefits and risks of the agarthan elixir and lifestyle. Larn and his team presented their research, showcasing the remarkable effects of the elixir when combined with the agarthan holistic lifestyle. They emphasized the need for balance and the potential risks if the elixir was used improperly. The council members were impressed but cautious. One representative, a stern-faced alien with blue skin and piercing eyes, voiced the collective concern. "While your findings are groundbreaking, we must consider the ethical implications. How can we ensure this knowledge is used responsibly and not exploited?" Larn stepped forward, his emerald green scales glinting in the light. "We propose a regulated approach. The elixir should be administered only in conjunction with a comprehensive health program that includes the agarthan lifestyle practices. Additionally, we recommend establishing an oversight committee to monitor and guide the use of the elixir across different planets." The council deliberated for hours, weighing the potential benefits against the ethical challenges. In the end, they agreed to a pilot program. The program would start on a volunteer basis, with strict guidelines and oversight to ensure the holistic approach was followed. With the council's approval, Larn and his team set up the pilot program on several planets. They trained local medical professionals in the preparation and administration of the elixir, as well as the agarthan lifestyle practices. The initial results were promising, with participants showing significant improvements in health and longevity. However, challenges soon arose. On one planet, a powerful corporation tried to bypass the holistic approach and mass-produce the elixir for profit. This led to severe health complications among users, reinforcing the importance of the comprehensive program Larn's team had advocated. The Oversight Committee swiftly intervened, shutting down the corporation's operations and reinforcing the guidelines. The incident served as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of misuse and the importance of ethical practices in medical advancements. Despite the setbacks, the pilot program's success stories began to spread. People from various planets reported not just longer lives, but healthier, more fulfilling ones. They embraced the holistic approach, finding that the balance between mind, body, and environment led to true well-being. Larn and his team continued their research, refining their methods and expanding their understanding of the agarthan teachings. They realized that the elixir was not a miracle cure, but a catalyst for a healthier lifestyle. The true secret of longevity lay in living harmoniously with oneself and the environment. The Galactic Health Council, impressed by the pilot program's success, decided to expand the initiative. They established a permanent institute dedicated to studying and promoting the agarthan holistic approach to health. Larn and his team were appointed as leading researchers and advisors, their work gaining recognition across the galaxy. As the years passed, the impact of their discoveries became evident. The holistic approach to health and longevity transformed medical practices across multiple planets, leading to healthier populations and a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all life. Larn, now a renowned figure in the field of galactic medicine, often reflected on their journey. He realized that their greatest achievement was not just the discovery of the elixir, but the integration of ancient wisdom with modern science to create a sustainable, ethical approach to health. One day, as he stood in the Academy's garden, surrounded by plants from different worlds, Professor Xylora approached him. "You and your team have accomplished something extraordinary," she said, her eyes filled with pride. "You've not only unlocked the secrets of human longevity, but also reminded us all of the importance of balance and harmony." Larn smiled, his heart filled with gratitude and humility. "It's been an incredible journey, Professor. And it's just the beginning. There's still so much to learn, and so many lives to enrich." As the sun set over the Academy, casting a golden glow over the garden, Larn felt a deep sense of fulfillment. They had honored the agarthan wisdom, respected the diversity of the galaxy, and created a legacy that would endure for generations to come. The mystery of human longevity had brought them together, but it was their dedication to ethical and holistic practices that had truly transformed the galaxy. And in that transformation, they found not just the secret to long life, but the essence of a life well lived.